Before we begin, to understand the terminology that we are going to use in this video, I suggest checking both the documentation that goes along with these tutorials, as well as our knowledge factory that also contains a detailed explanation of how the layout functions. In this video, we are going to be focusing on creating customized layouts for our module. Let's move to our workbench and navigate to the field set section. Since a field set for our module doesn't exist yet, which we can check by moving to CW Employee Suggestions, we are going to create one from scratch. And to start, we are going to click the plus button, which will open up a model for creating a new field set. We should name the field set something descriptive that is also easy to search for. So in our example, here it is going to be TWE, Employee Suggestions List View. And since this is something we are creating and is customer specific, the scope is going to be custom. After clicking Save, it's time to add fields to our field set. Upon clicking the plus button, we are taken to the Add Item model. There are a few options to choose from here, mainly options that allow us to add another field set to our field set, select an existing field set, or add a new field. Since we are adding fields to this view, we are going to click the field option. What is really important is that the first field we add to our field set must be checked as sortable in our FTS configurations. This is crucial for proper functionality. In this example, we are going to add name status, employee name, and date entered, for example. So the first one needs to be name. Here we can choose the item name. Click on it. Next, we are going to add status. Employee name, and date entered, for example. We can configure each field further by clicking on it. A label can be added for each field or created on the spot if it doesn't exist. With the options, if link is enabled, the field will be clickable in our view and will open the detail view from the list. We're going to check this. When checking hidden, the field will be hidden from the view. Hide label is self-explanatory. It hides the field's label from view. Read only makes it so that the user can only view the field and he cannot edit it. Sortable allows the field to be sortable. If checked, ensure that it is also enabled in the FTS configuration. Lastly, field type is where we can specify the field type if needed. For example, for a deleted field, we can set it as a Boolean bullet type, which displays a color depending on the delete status. Once all of the desired fields are added, save. We can go through all of the fields and configure them separately. And once that is done, we can move on to actually adding it to our module. To add these configurations to our module, so that it displays the field set we just created, we need to go into the module configuration section. Like so. Once there, we select our module and go to the Custom tab. Again, because nothing has been created yet, we need to add our component, which we can do by clicking on the plus button on the bottom. We have to know what the component is called, which we can learn about in the documentation and knowledge factor. In this case, we are going to choose the object list from the list of components. If we want to specify who can see this list, we can set a role. Otherwise, we use an asterisk to make it visible to all roles. Once we click Add, we can continue to customize the object list. The package and version are which package and version the object list belongs to. The name is automatically generated, so we don't need to input anything. The icon selection is optional and not important, but is done the same way we did when creating the module. Under the field set section, we are going to select our module and then choose the field set we want to render in this view. In this case, it is going to be the field set we had just created. Inline editing enables us to edit each field immediately inline in our view. We can click that or leave it empty. The action sets are the sets we can add to our module, which allow us to make changes, add new entries, and so on. For this case, we are going to choose an asterisk and select default list view. Like so. The sort field specifies the field we want to sort by. In case we want to use this, we need to make sure to enter the exact name of the field. Sort direction is self-explanatory. It can be ascending or descending. Not auto-load makes it so that the entries are not loaded automatically. The row numbers display the row numbers beside each entry. And finally, disable auto-load list all is not an essential setting, and we can leave it as is. After clicking save and refreshing our cache, we can see what our view looks like in the module. So, in our app launcher, we can search for our employee suggestion. As we can see, the list view now for our module is what we set it up. So name, status, employee, and date entered.